Sup you beautiful people. Hope you've had a fantastic day. Welcome back to another new episode of What If Naruto Was in the Marvel Universe. If you guys enjoyed this what if, comment down below and let me know. And go ahead and check out other what ifs in the channel after watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like, and also share this video with your friends. Before we get into it though, check out Bilibili Comics. Bilibili Comics is the official trusted place to read hit exclusive series from top creators. Bilibili Comics is a great online webtoons and webcomics reader among all reading apps. Enjoy the best new comics, manhwa, and exclusive webtoons on Bilibili Comics. Download the app now and jump right into it. The link is in the description. Now let's start this video. Clint's Homestead, Missouri. January 8, 2009, 17:30 local. Foxy. Lila shouted when she saw Naruto and Natasha walking towards their house. Naruto waved exaggeratedly towards Lila, ignoring Clint's sheepish demeanor and Laura's sputtering. Foxy, isn't it a little inappropriate coming from an almost 7-year-old? Natasha whispered towards Naruto. Nah, she only calls me that because I first came returned as a fox. Naruto answered with a grin. Of course he did, Natasha exasperatedly said. When the pair got closer to the house, they could hear Laura at the tail end of her grilling Clint. You didn't tell me that's Foxy, Laura asked while pointing at Naruto. Is that why you've been installing all those cameras, she continued. Why are you getting mad at me? Get mad at him. Clint deflected towards Naruto. I'm not the who's invading our house. No. You told me he's weird and he can teleport, so don't push it towards him. We're talking about why you didn't tell me, Laura retorted. Natasha couldn't help but laugh, hearing Laura's statement. Naruto's weirdness worked for him this time. Naruto, on the other hand, can't accept Clint's description of him. Hey, I'm not weird. I'm eccentric, Naruto exclaimed when they were close to the homestead's porch. That's the same thing, Clint retorted while rubbing his forehead. Either way, the family welcomed their guest. Naruto immediately went up the stairs bringing Lila and Cooper with him, while telling stories with a doll he got from somewhere. The adults, however, went to the kitchen to catch up. What do you guys want for dinner? Laura asked when they sat down on the dining table. You should probably just leave the ingredients on the counter. I'll ask Naruto to cook later, Natasha answered, slightly getting hungry just remembering Naruto's cooking. Laura agreed instantly to Natasha's suggestion. Naruto's care package of ready-to-eat meals are to die for. She quickly got out most of her meats and produce. We're not going to be able to finish all that, Natasha stated the obvious. I'm going to let Naruto cook for at least 2 weeks worth of meal. I'll ask Lila to do all the asking, Laura replied, utterly unashamed. She continued preparing the ingredients so Naruto would have an easier time making the meals. When she sat back down, Natasha and Clint are looking at her weirdly. What? She asked in her mom voice. Nothing. Clint and Natasha answered simultaneously. So, how are you? It's been 3 months since you last visited, Laura asked. Clint took the hint and walked to the living room to give the ladies some semblance of privacy, but he sure as hell would eavesdrop. Everything's great. Naruto and I dealt with some problems last November, but what couple doesn't encounter any problems? Ours is just a little different, Natasha explained. That's good, Laura replied sincerely. How about the other thing? Have you talked to Naruto about that yet? She asked vaguely. Natasha released a sigh, understanding what Laura's question is about. Last time she visited, she asked a pretty loaded question. How would you go about asking your partner to consider being in a polygamous relationship? She already anticipated that Jessica would worm her way into their life. There's no scenario with their arrangement where someone won't develop feelings outside the couple. When Natasha started to develop a certain level of fondness for Jessica, and she can see the same was true for both Naruto and Jessica. The incident the night before Jessica's finals just secured her belief that it's something possible and should be explored. Only 2 reasons are stopping her. 1. Jessica might bolt if she tries to approach her about this. Jessica still has her anxiety about developing personal relationships, even though it's been somewhat tapered down through continuous exposure with Naruto. The second thing was the whole immortality thing. If she accepts the partial immortality Naruto will give her, Jessica would be left alone. That can be good to her psyche. No, not yet. I'll probably turn Naruto to the idea first, though, Natasha answered before standing up. I'll check in on Naruto so he could send a clone to prepare the food, she explained before walking away. But what, Laura yelled out. Natasha stopped on her tracks and looked back at Laura. Didn't Clint tell you? Naruto could create clones to do stuff, Natasha said straightforwardly. Wow, you're a lucky girl, Laura commented with a pervy grin. Clint is already regretting his choice to listen into their conversation. You? No, he doesn't do that, Natasha exclaimed with a shudder. It's one thing to use it for doing chores, but it's just weird to use it in sex, she added before walking out the room, afraid of what Laura might say next. Natasha walked towards Lila's open room door. She can hear the laughter coming from both Lila and Cooper, as well as Naruto's energetic storytelling. She hanged around outside the room, listening in on the group's playtime. Natasha could imagine them having a family together. She doesn't know how the logistics of all that, but ever since she heard Naruto's plan for her, she can't get out of her mind of having a kid together with him. Sure, the kid would probably need a shit ton of therapy, since his or her parents is a world-class spy and a godlike sociopathic ninja, but they would be safe and would have an unpredictable life. Hey Nat. Naruto's shout shook her out of her musing. Are you alright? You seem out of it. Oh, nothing. I just wanted for you to send down a clone, Natasha replied. Laura wants you to cook a lot of food. Sure. No problem. Stark Mansion, Malibu, Los Angeles. February 11, 2009, 10 o'clock local. Naruto is casually walking towards the mansion's front door. He could ration straight to his room, but sometimes taking it slow is good for the soul. Good morning, sir. It's kind of you to use the front door today. Jarvis said through the speakers. Wow, Jarv. When did Tony finish the sarcasm update? Naruto asked jokingly, but it looks like there's a real answer. Just 3 days ago, sir, Jarvis answered before the door opened. The family is in the second floor lounge with Colonel Rhodes, he informed. Thank you, Jarv. Naruto shouted while walking inside the house. Naruto headed straight to the lounge and saw Tony and Rhodey packing bags, while Pepper entertains Morgan. They're going to Afghanistan tomorrow morning, so they decided it's better if Rhodey would just stay over today. Happy might be doing some errands, that might be why he's unavailable. Their trip to Afghanistan is the whole reason why he visited today, though. Hi Naruto. Pepper, being the first one who saw him, greeted. Good to see you, Pepper. Naruto greeted back before kneeling in front of her. Hi Morgan, he said with a wide smile. Naruto. Morgan jumped from Pepper's arms and hugged Naruto. What? Are we chummeet? Tony sat behind them since Naruto didn't even greet them before focusing his attention on Morgan. Don't worry, man, Naruto replied while giving Morgan back to Pepper. His expression changed to something more serious. We have to talk, he said before looking at Pepper. You can join in. But there's no way that I want Morgan to be here for any of this. Pepper heard the gravity of Naruto's words. She Morgan towards her room so she could entertain herself for a while. Jarvis will alert them if something dangerous is about to happen to Morgan. While Pepper's taking Morgan away, Naruto decided to set up the talk. Tony, have you installed Jarvis's auto-hacking system? Naruto asked. Yup. Finished that 1 year ago. Tony boasted. Can it go past Pentagon and DoD's firewalls? Naruto continued. Where do you think I tested it? Tony asked sarcastically. Okay. Where are you going with this? Rhodey interjected, not liking where the conversation's headed. Again. You're worrying too much. You should probably take a vacation, Naruto offhandedly advised. Jarvis. Pull up every military file you can find about Social Security number 878647437. Show it on the TV when I tell you to. Confirmation, sir. Jarvis asked. One of the safeguards Pepper insisted on placing Jarvis's hacking function is an explicit confirmation from Tony, since, without it, Morgan may accidentally hack the Pentagon without anyone knowing. Especially now when she's learning about shapes and numbers. Go ahead, Jarvis, Tony said, giving the signal. I have no idea about what this is about, but hacking into the Pentagon and DoD is a pretty bad thing, Rhodey let out, being the voice of reason. Sure, Tony hacks their system on a daily basis, but that's just for fun. Seriously, Rhodey. You need to relax, Naruto advised again while pulling out 3 folders behind him. I already have the guy's file right here. I just need corroborating data. He finished with a shrug. Rhodey long figured out that Naruto could get you anything. For God's sake, he found a 1787 Chateau Lafayette Rothschild on a dare. But getting 3 copies of a personnel file, clearly marked top secret, is a whole new level of absurd. He was about to scold Naruto for taking out secret files when Pepper returned. Great. Everybody's here, Naruto announced. Now. Have a seat. The trio followed his instructions, already knowing that he won't continue unless they followed. Let's start with an easy one. There's a massive security leak in your company, he informed Tony. What? Why would you say that? Tony asked, not able to think about any security leaks they know of that would warrant the use of the word massive. I have no idea how, but I know for a fact that someone in your company tipped a terrorist cell called the Ten Rings. Rhodey instantly recognized the name. It's one of the fastest growing terrorist group that broke off Al-Qaeda. I don't know who's that someone, though, but it must be someone high up since they're using your company's triple encryption protocol. Fuck. I thought we found all of them. Tony mumbled. Apparently not, Naruto replied. That's not the worst part. They're showing some weird activity, moving away from your testing site. I'll find out more in the next few days. He already found a lot of their bases, even their hidden ones, but he has no ideas which of those places those assholes will use. I'm not even going to question about how you know all about some obviously classified information, but what's got to do with the personnel file you have? Rhodey asked. Could you show the photo of the soldier I asked you to find? Naruto requested. Of course, sir. Jarvis replied. The television turned on, showing a headshot and full body shot of a soldier. The soldier is a 5'11" Caucasian with a large build. He has brown hair and dark brown eyes. Rhodey could identify the Marine insignia on his uniform. Francis David Castle Sr. Frank Castle for short. He's a 28-year-old first sergeant. Has a wife and 2 kids, a girl and a boy, Naruto recounted while giving his 3 audiences a folder each. Marine Force Recon. Sniper. One of the best around. I know only 3 guys that can beat his record. He finished. When Tony heard the last part, he had to ask. Who's the 3 guys? Tony asked. I'm glad you asked, Naruto said with a grin. Number 3 is the FBI director himself, Seeley Booth. Former Army Ranger. Number 2 is the partner of my girlfriend. Can't really say his name, though he paused for dramatic effect. Number 1, of course, is yours truly. He finished with a bow. Bullshit. Booth is a legend. The guy killed someone 3.5 kilometers away. No way someone could beat that. Rhodey retorted. Believe whatever you like. Naruto replied with a triumphant grin. Pepper is having a small panic attack at the end of the couch. She just learned that there's a leak inside their company, and a terrorist organization is targeting her partner and boss. Can we move on to more important topics like maybe canceling the demonstration in Afghanistan? Pepper exclaimed. We can't do that. We'll lose a lot of our customers when we do that. Tony answered. He would not want to go there now, but they wouldn't just lose that contract. Other deals hinge on it too. I'll call for some extra security. All on the down low. Rhodey said while pulling out his phone. Don't tell anyone about this guy. Naruto said while pointing to the picture of Frank Castle. Why did you tell us about him, anyway? Tony asked. Because he's coming with you, Naruto replied. I called in one of my favors. He'll join you at the airport. I would have asked an employee of mine to join you, but I sent him on some errand. He added. Eric would have been a perfect candidate since he's an MIT candidate. He can move undercover as an assistant to Tony's, but he's currently in Somalia. Naruto wanted for him to see what would happen if any conflict happens without proper protection given to the masses. Frank here would act as an honorably discharged soldier who's working as year-end primary maintenance officer for the Jericho, as well as a main military consultant. Naruto informed them. You had this planned out, huh? Rhodey commented. Yup. I just hope Tony doesn't piss off Frank enough to kill him. Naruto added. Hey. I'm not that bad. Tony retorted. Sure. Naruto replied sarcastically before standing up. Be careful on your trip. Don't forget to bring the paper I gave you, he said to Tony before turning to Pepper. I'll just stop by Morgan's room to say goodbye. Your birthday gift is on the table in the living room. You're going to love it. He finished before going out of the room. I really need to figure out how he does all those things. Tony murmured to himself. You should figure out why Naruto remembers my birthday, but not you. Pepper countered. I'm just going to leave you to discuss all that. Rhodey said in a quiet voice before making a tactical retreat. Natasha's safe house, New York. February 13, 2009, 2:30 local. Natasha woke up due to the feeling of someone watching her. That particular skill has been developed through the training in the Red Room. Spies need to be alert at all times, even during sleep. She has no idea how Naruto doesn't have that trait considering his former profession, but it could also be a side effect of being immortal. He just doesn't have to think about being in danger, since he's never really in danger. Natasha slowly opened her eyes and saw Naruto sleeping at the center of the bed with Jessica at the opposite side of him, hugging his arm like a teddy bear. She turned her look to where she feels the direction of what's watching her coming from, while simultaneously pulling out a knife from under her pillow. She saw a bald European woman wearing yellow monk robes and an African American man wearing green and blue robes. Without a second loss, she tossed the knives towards the duo, but sparking orange shields stopped the blades in its tracks. Natasha groaned and slapped Naruto's chest, waking him up, which also caused Jessica to wake up. Some of you weird friends are visiting. Natasha deadpanned. Jessica quickly got out of her drowsy state and pulled the blankets to cover herself. Naruto, on the other hand, sits on the opposite of the spectrum. He's still out of it, so Natasha tried something drastic. We have no more ramen. Natasha whispered to Naruto's ear. It had an immediate effect. What? Naruto shouted, jumping on top of the bed in a slight panic. He slowly took his surroundings and saw the weird people by the foot of the bed. Is this really the fox we are looking for? The man asked, skepticism oozing out of him. Yes. I'm sure. I can't see his future. The woman replied. What the hell? What are you doing here? Jessica exclaimed. I'm sorry for the intrusion, but we need to talk with your mate as soon as possible. The woman replied apologetically. Ugh, just take him with you. We're trying to sleep. Jessica cried out while kicking Naruto towards him. Thank you for your consideration. The woman replied before she gestured for the man to get out of the room, followed by her. Naruto would have protested, but Jess's hard glare towards him made him think twice. He walked out of the room and closed the door. Natasha took her pistol from the side table and got out of bed. I'll check what's going on, Natasha told Jess. Sure, Jessica replied, already half asleep. She still has class early in the morning, and no one would begrudge her of trying to sleep now. Natasha followed Naruto out of the room and towards the living room. She saw the trio standing around. The man is eyeing Naruto warily. The woman is the representation of calm and serene, while Naruto is just plain bored. Now that everyone's here, I can start to introduce ourselves, the woman said the moment she stepped inside the living room. My student here is Master Karl Mordo. I'm simply called the Ancient One, the current Sorcerer Supreme. We're both masters of the mystic arts. Natasha couldn't help but groan internally. Of course, magic is real. Why wouldn't it? And we're here to say my request to you, Yellow Fox. Naruto understood the Ancient One's nickname for him, but he has no idea how she knew about him. He has found signs of legitimate mysticism and magic in this world, but he never found someone who practices it. What is it? Naruto asked. Don't save Tony Stark from the Ten Rings. The fate of the universe hinges on it. Natasha's Safe House, New York. February 13, 2009, 2:45 local. Don't save Tony Stark from the Ten Rings. The fate of the universe hinges on it, the Ancient One said. Ugh, Naruto groaned loudly. Another one of those crazy people, he mumbled to himself before walking back and grabbing Nat's arms. Come on. Let's leave these wackos here. He finished. Natasha was still wary about the pair, but she followed Naruto either way. The message about Tony Stark is concerning though. She knows Naruto has some form of contact with Tony Stark. The doctors and nurses that came to Stark Mansion in 2006 have finally been solved. The latest reports about Stark show that he has somehow hidden a child of his. A daughter between him and Virginia Potts. The daughter has no official records and has never been in public. There's also some indication that there are 4 inhabitants in the mansion, based on which rooms look to be consistently used. Still, S.H.I.E.L.D. has no idea he's the possible 4th person, since no one was ever seen an unknown person entering the household. Natasha had the strongest feeling that Naruto was the one staying there. He probably knew about the kid too. The bald chick just gave her suspicion more credence. Naruto was about to open the bedroom door when sparkling orange strings looped around his arm. He and Natasha followed the lines and saw it was coming from the Mordo. Head inside. Naruto ordered Natasha with no room for debate. The moment she saw real honest-to-God magic coming from the two, she knows her guns won't do shit to them, so she went inside the bedroom. She was preparing herself for any eventuality. Mordo was about to send another binding spell to Natasha, but the Ancient One stopped him. Let Ms. Romanov be, the Ancient One said. When Natasha closed the door, Naruto looked back at Mordo. Let me go, Naruto said in a whisper. No? You're going to listen. Mordo answered back, still maintaining the binding spell. Naruto took a deep breath and did a series of one-hand seals, and slapped his palm to the closest wall. Black writing spread out of the room, startling the Ancient One and Mordo. Runes are what considered the written programming of the universe. It can do a lot more things that simple spells and phrases could not. As such, runes take a long time to make, since interaction with each character needs to be considered. They also need to be carved or engraved, since the energy running through the characters would deform simple writing. The fact that the man in front of them can create complicated unidentifiable runes with simple hand signs is a frightening thought. You got 10 minutes to convince me not to end you right here. Naruto threatened while his eyes changed into something strange that's emitting a white glow. The Ancient One decided it's best not to have a conflict right now, especially as the man they're talking to is still a huge unknown. The Eye of Agamotto, the Ancient One, started while lifting the eye-shaped medallion that's hanging around her neck. A powerful artifact created by my predecessor that utilizes one of the crystallization of the aspects of the universe. The aspect of time. She said while opening the eye's iris, releasing a green glow. With this, I can see all the possible futures that around me. I usually wouldn't see past my death shortly, but your influence has changed, not only changed mine, but everyone else's fate. It allowed me to take a peek of the future past my own. She explained. It still doesn't explain why I shouldn't save Tony and the whole fate of the universe. Naruto retorted, silently informing his clones to gather up nature chakra. His life would be fraught with challenges and heartaches. A series of heroism and self-sacrifice that would lead to his eventual demise. But in the end, he would save half the life in the universe. Unfortunately, that's all I can say. The Ancient One replied. That's some pretty specific details. I just can't help but feel there's something not quite right about your story, Naruto commented, studying every word and actions the Ancient One used. 2 small details finally clued him in on what's bugging him. You were surprised, he mumbled. The Ancient One could see the gears running in the fox's mind. You can't see me with that medallion of yours, he concluded. The Ancient One was surprised, a rare feeling that's been increasing as more time continues. She has not prepared for this conversation since the Time Stone can't see the fox, so she decided that she would let him think she knows his future too. But it looks like it's for naught. You never called me by my name, and you were surprised. Which means your necklace can't show anything that involves me. Naruto said with a grin while still internally counting the seconds down. The Ancient One gave up her ruse, seeing there's no point in trying to lie right now. You have deduced it quite well. The Ancient One conceded magnanimously while hiding her frustration. Not being in control is a strange feeling she hasn't felt for a long time. The Time Stone afforded her the luxury always to be prepared for any eventuality. Care to share your opinions on why? Naruto asked. Morto has the feeling that the fox is playing them. He has no idea how or why, but the sinking feeling in his gut is pervasive. Of course, the Ancient One replied. Maybe giving something more concrete might turn the conversation. 1. You could be an entity not from this universe, causing you to be outside the influence of this universe too. You have enough power within you that you could overpower the aspects. This essentially makes you God. The authority of the aspects won't work on you. 3. You are a true immortal. Outside the influence of time. This would make you invisible to the power of the eye. She's reading his expression as she lists down her hypothesis, but the fox's countenance remained neutral. The question is, which one are you? She asked. Naruto flashed a dark grin to the Ancient One's question. Fate is such a polarizing concept. Others think it's a comforting concept. Whatever happens, you'll be where you're supposed to be. But for him, it's a constricting idea that he just wants to bash in. 5. 4. Naruto thought to himself. Your time just ran out. He said before flexing his arms, causing the binding spell to break. Naruto rushed towards the man while conjuring a kunai into his hands. Morto felt the recoil of the binding spell breaking, and was unable to respond to Naruto's assault. Lucky for him, the Ancient One quickly created a series of Tao mandalas that was able to stop Naruto's kunai from stabbing Morto in his jugular. She then created a portal that slammed into Naruto, causing him to be transported to the Mirror Dimension. The Mirror Dimension is a world directly attached to their current universe. It serves as a training ground for sorcerers testing powerful spells and a prison for everyone who doesn't have a sling ring. Of course, Naruto doesn't know any of this, but he can see hundreds of people in robes similar to the one the Ancient One and Morto are wearing. Before he could react, thousands of sparking orange strings and red bands wrapped around his body, effectively holding him in place. He tried moving his fingers, but it seems the ropes are tight enough to prevent any movement. In front of him, another portal opened up, revealing the Ancient One and Morto walking in. It isn't my attention to this, but you left me with no choice, the Ancient One said with a small bow. I say you look pretty prepared for someone not intending to do this, Naruto calmly commented. I got a question, but the Ancient One raised her eyebrows, urging him to continue. How many of them are you willing to sacrifice before leaving me alone? He asked. No one, but the fate of the universe hangs in the balance, and you won't be the one to tip it over towards our demise, the Ancient One defended. Wrong answer, Naruto replied. The Ancient One thought he was just bluffing until she noticed that one by one, the binding spells and the crimson bands of Sidorak are disappearing. She and Morto looked towards the direction of where the spells are coming from, and saw a horrible sight. Metal threads are holding up the ripped body parts of maybe 20 apprentices and 5 masters. The remaining sorcerers have metal threads crawling around their bodies. The only reason the spells are still holding is that they're still channeling through their hands. You should think about your approach next time. Naruto's voice came from behind the two. The Ancient One and Morto jumped away while conjuring Tao mandalas. At the corner of their vision, the man inside the binding slowly disappeared. You got 3 choices here. Bring me back, and we could all be buddies. You could try to fight me and see how many of you can get out of here intact, he said while lifting his fingers. Or, you could just leave me alone here, and we'll just forget about the whole thing. He finished. The decision's evident for the current Sorcerer Supreme. If she accepts the third option, they could just leave him here, trapped in eternity in the Mirror Dimension. If somehow, in the future, the world needs his help, the sorcerers can just let him out. Either way, it's the best choice. It's too bad she can't use the time zone to check the future and be sure of her decision. Let them go, and we'll leave, the Ancient One said. What do you think, am I stupid? You leave first, then I'll let them go, and then they'll leave. What's the point of a hostage if you can't use them? Naruto retorted. I'll leave. He stays and goes with the rest. The Ancient One bargained, preferring to leave Morto behind, so that someone could make sure everyone's safe. Or at least the ones that are still alive. Deal? Naruto accepted. The Ancient One gave Morto a loaded look, silently ordering him to make sure everyone's okay, before opening a portal and leaving. As soon as she left, Naruto let the other sorcerers go, releasing them by batch and making sure the previous batch leave first before another one leaves. Eventually, only Naruto and Morto are left. Before Morto leaves, though, he said his piece. We are the silent protectors of the world, and it's our job to protect it at all costs, Morto said before opening the portal. Well, you're doing a pretty shitty job of it if the fate of the universe falls to a billionaire philanthropist, Naruto retorted before Morto could completely close the portal. He then looked around and chuckled. Stupid assholes. he said before he suddenly popped, sending the memories back to the real Naruto who's lying on the bed back at the apartment. What happened? Natasha asked when Naruto's eyes opened. When Natasha entered the room, she tried to listen in on the conversation through the door, but it suddenly became eerily silent. Naruto must have used his Fuinjutsu to isolate the next room. 10 minutes later, though, Naruto suddenly appeared in the room. Apparently, he left fortified clones to deal with all the hubbub since he wanted to sleep. They left me in some mirror dimension. Hundreds of them bound me in the same orange string and another red one. I killed a few of them to send a message. They then left me in that mirror dimension without a second thought. The whole place must be a prison of some kind. Naruto explained. What are you going to do? Natasha asked. I place a Horatian seal on everyone. I'll just track them from time to time. Naruto replied with a shrug. Should I report to Fury about this? Natasha inquired. A whole organization of sorcerers is a pretty big thing. Naruto thought about it for a second. It's probably a bad idea to let Fury know about the whole magic being real thing, but that's probably what he needs right now. Yeah. Naruto answered with a dark grin. Every time Naruto flashes that smile, somebody would want to rip their hair out. What are you thinking, Naruto? Natasha asked wearily. When an international soy agency starts to look into a secret organization of mystics, what do you think would happen? Naruto answered with a question of his own. Natasha couldn't help but groan. The whole chaos that would ensue after would cause her to lose a ton of free time. Two bullies duking it out. What can be more fun than that? He mused before lying back down. That's when he felt a familiar pull from a Horatian seal. Ugh. Can't I get some decent sleep? Naruto commented with a groan. I have to go, Nat. What is it this time? Natasha asked, utterly exasperated. I have no idea, but it's probably Tony. Naruto replied. Someday, you're going to tell how you two became so chummy. Natasha stated. Sure. Naruto retorted sarcastically before disappearing. Bagram Air Force Base, Afghanistan. February 13, 2009, 9 o'clock local. For your consideration, the Juricho. Tony said theatrically before the shockwave from the explosions reaches their position. Applause spread throughout the audience as soon as they recovered. The usual banter started between the US and Afghan military officials, Tony, and some DoD representatives. Frank, on the other hand, kept a low profile in the background. He was scanning the surroundings for any possible threat. It's weird for him wearing civilian clothes out in the middle of the desert. The least civilian clothes he has when deployed is a white shirt and khaki combat pants. He's trying to stay away from large groups in the main base, since somebody might recognize him and blow his cover. Frank still can't believe he agreed to do a bodyguarding job for a billionaire. If Naruto didn't save Curtis from that suicide bomber, he would not even consider doing this job for any amount of money. He's in denial of how Naruto stopped the suicide bomber, but he recognizes that Naruto did something. It looks like the mystery of how Curtis could suddenly appear next to him with a blonde man would remain a mystery forever. It took another hour of standing around in the middle of the desert before Tony walked towards him. We're going to head towards Kabul. The generals are not here. For some reason, the A-hulls are not where they're supposed to be. Tony informed Frank. He thought they could return to the US quickly. Naruto's warning about the terrorist group is making him jumpier than usual. We going to take a chopper? Frank asked with a gruff voice. No. The cheap A-hulls can only spare 4 Humvee convoy. Tony replied at the same time as the convoy arrived. Frank can see that their guards are all as green as they come. The whole thing is triggering the warning bells inside his head. He unconsciously reached for a pistol and strapped to his back, but he was able to stop himself. Hey Rody. You coming? Tony shouted since Rody is talking with the Humvee driver. Nah. I have to check the planes. Rody answered back. It's not abnormal for Rody to be pulled in by military bases to check with their planes, since he's one of the best pilots around. Tony started walking to the Humvees, Frank following closely behind him. The two got on the third car from the front with Tony sitting in the middle of the back seat with armed soldiers on each side, and Frank got on the passenger side seat. Be careful out there. Rody added before slapping the roof of the car, signaling the convoy could go. Tony sure had a way with people since, after 20 minutes, he's taking selfies with every soldier inside their car. Frank was going to reprimand the soldiers for their unprofessional behavior when the lead car suddenly exploded. The convoy had no choice but to stop. Ambush! Frank shouted through the radio. The rear car was about to do a reverse J maneuver when it suddenly exploded too. Convoy from Bagram to Kabul carrying HVT under attack. 25 minutes away from Bagram. Requesting immediate reinforcements, Frank rapidly said through the radio while simultaneously recording it. He set it to play on a loop. Everybody dismount. He ordered. The green soldiers didn't even question the order. Having someone to lead them allows them to push past the panic and move automatically. Every soldier got off the car and found cover, shooting at everyone who's not one of them. You, Frank pointed to the two closest guys next to him. Man the 50 cals. The two soldiers got in the Humvees and started using the machine guns. Frank pulled the frozen Tony out of the car and dragged him towards the embankment at the side of the road. He grabbed Tony's lapels and shook him hard to snap him out of his stupor. "Get it together. We're going to get out of here. You hear me?" Frank yelled to Tony's face. Tony repeatedly nodded, thankful for something to focus on except for the blaring gunfire, but it didn't last for long, since they both heard something dropping behind Tony. The pair looked behind them and saw a mortar shell marked with the logo of Stark Industries. Frank went wide-eyed and quickly grabbed Tony. He was starting to pull him away when the mortar exploded, and everything went black. Tony, on the other hand, remained half-conscious, but quickly succumbing to the darkness. He could feel the burning sensation in his chest before he passed out. Northern Afghanistan. February 13, 2009, 11:45 local. Tony woke up with most of his body in pain, especially around his chest. Slowly he opened his eyes and saw the ceiling, which is weirdly made of rock. He felt something uncomfortable in his nose, grabbed it, and pulled it out, causing him to cough. "Looks like the magnet worked," Tony heard Frank said. He turned towards where the voice is coming from and saw a man shaving. The man looks to be a 6'1", 50-something-year-old man with pepper gray receding hair and slight build. He seems to have a Middle Eastern ethnicity and might be some kind of doctor. "Ah, yes. The great Tony Stark seems to be awake," the man replied before turning towards Stark. "I'm Ho Yinsen. Your doctor for now. How are you?" The man now named Ho Yinsen asked, but Tony ignored it and opted to lift his shirt. "What did you do to me?" Tony questioned back, referring to the metal contraption in his chest connected to the car battery. "That's an electromagnet. The only thing keeping these," Yinsen said while lifting a vial filled with metal shards and shaking it, "from reaching your heart as you heal. I can't remove some of them since they're too close to your heart." Tony gave Yinsen a grateful nod before turning to Frank. "How are you?" Tony asked. "A little beaten up, but I'll live," Frank replied gruffly. "He's sugarcoating it. Your captors wanted to kill him since he's a former military. The only reason he's still alive is that a manifest said he's the lead maintenance and operator of your Jericho missiles," Yinsen remarked. "Either way, we need to get out of here," Frank suggested, ignoring that his lie has been exposed. "As I said, there's no form of communication device inside this room, and there are at least 50 armed men just outside that door," Yinsen retorted exasperatedly. "Besides, we always have some company," he added, gesturing to the camera mounted at the end of the room. "I notice," Frank replied. "Why is no one coming in if they're always watching us?" Tony asked. "If the terrorists wanted him for something, they should be storming in as soon as he was awake. Because I suggested they wait until later tonight. Any stress right now might cause the metal shards to stab your heart suddenly, and they don't want that," Yinsen answered. Tony thought hard on how they could get out. He scanned the room for anything they could use to get out. He noticed the forge on the other side of the room. They could make weapons, but that would take time. Time they don't have since they're always on camera. That's when he noticed his wallet on top of the table. "Give that to me," Tony ordered urgently. Frank reached for it and tossed it towards him. As soon as he caught it, he started searching inside it. He found what he's looking for at the back of his picture. Good thing he didn't use Pepper and Morgan's photo, as his wallet picture or a terrorist cell might have more leverage against him. Tony pulled out a piece of paper and unfolded it. It's the strip of paper with writings Naruto told him to hold on to and tear the bottom half if he's in trouble. "What's that?" Frank asked. "Our reinforcements," Tony replied before tearing the paper. Tony expected something to happen. Maybe a small beeping sound or flashing lights, but it just remained the same. The group waited for a whole minute, but nothing happened. "Well, that's anticlimactic," Tony commented. "What are you calling anticlimactic?" Naruto's voice was suddenly heard inside the room. The group saw Naruto walking out from a pillar behind Tony. "So, need some help getting out?" he asked the stunned group. Northern Afghanistan. February 13, 2009, 12:05 local. "So, need some help getting out?" Naruto asked, but it looks like he underestimated the terrorists' paranoia, since shouting is coming from the other side of the door. "Come on. I need some answers quickly," he urged. Tony's thinking on how to proceed. Usually, he would just get out of there, but his newly developed sense of morality that came when his daughter arrived in the world is messing with his brain. He looked towards Yinsen and asked a question that will determine his decision. "What do they want with me?" Tony asked. Yinsen released a sigh and quickly formulated an answer. The voices outside started getting louder, which added more pressure to the situation. Frank decided he needs to prepare for any stupid decision the billionaire makes, so he took 2 metal rods and walked towards the side of the door. He readied himself to bash some skulls in. "They're your most loyal customers. The 10 rings want you to make them the Jericho. The only thing they can't buy from their source," Yinsen answered. Tony got all that he needed from Yinsen. "Get us out of here," Tony told Naruto. "Bring us to the mansion. I need to pick up something." Naruto suddenly became extremely giddy and dragged Tony and Yinsen towards Frank. Good thing, Tony had the presence of mind to carry the car battery powering his electromagnet. Come on, man. Grab on. We got to go, Naruto said while extending his free hand towards Frank. When Frank hesitated, Naruto grabbed onto him, and the whole group disappeared. Just in time, too, since the door opened not long after. Stark Mansion, Malibu, Los Angeles. February 13, 2009, 0:35 local. The group appeared in Tony's underground garage. Frank managed to stay upright, even against the onslaught of disorientation. Tony and Yunsen, on the other hand, dropped to the floor, with Yunsen being the worst off since his one shake away from barfing. Motherfucker. So that's how you do it, Tony exclaimed. He always wondered how Naruto could get in and out of the mansion without triggering any security measure. In the end, he just gave up and just ordered Jarvis to report when he spotted inside the house. What is it? Quantum entanglement. Wormholes. He asked, genuinely curious on how Naruto does it. His scientific and analytical mind screaming at him to figure it out. That's a secret, man, Naruto answered cheekily, causing Tony to grumble. Have you finished it? Naruto asked. Not quite, Tony replied while slowly getting up on his feet. He carried the car battery and hobbled over towards the work table. You know, it's been tossed at the back burner ever since Morgan came. When he reached the desk, he double-tapped the corner, causing it to glow. Jarvis. Pull up Project Knight and the arc reactor design, he ordered. Certainly, sir, and may I say it's good to see you somewhat okay, Jarvis replied. The sudden appearance of another voice caused Frank to heighten his alert level, but quickly calmed down when he saw Tony, and Naruto remained calm. Should I inform Ms. Potts of your arrival? He asked. What time is it? Tony asked, no idea how long he's been out cold. It's currently 1:45, Jarvis answered. I've only been out for around 3 hours. Fuck, getting blown up really messes with your head, Tony mused to himself after quickly computing the time difference between Law and Afghanistan. Don't wake them up. I'll tell them myself later. Of course, sir. Jarvis replied before the holotable turned on, showing the 3D plans for MK1 and the arc reactor. Frank pulled Yunsen towards the chair near the table, since the travel hit Yunsen hard. Where the hell are we? Frank asked Naruto. Law. Specifically Tony's garage, Naruto answered. Naruto's assertion surprised Frank, but his straightforward and military thinking saved him a lot of headaches. Curtis Sting? Frank asked. Yup, Curtis Sting, Naruto replied. Frank then filed away the whole thing as something he would no think about, and think of as something he would never figure out. You got beer and food? Frank asked Tony. He's busy flicking away stuff at the holobore, and talking to the weird robot voice. Food can be found on the counter to your right, and the beverages are inside the refrigerator under it, Mr. Castle. Jarvis was the one who replied. Fuck. That's just weird, Frank mumbled to himself while going to the counter. Yo, Yunsen. Want some? He asked the still dizzy Yunsen as he was picking up some food. Just water, Yunsen replied. Frank picked up a few things, but he made sure to get enough beer. When he got back to the table, he placed a water bottle in front of Yunsen and dumped the rest of what he got in front of him. Naruto. Beer? Frank asked while lifting a can. Sure. Frank tossed the can towards Naruto. He then opened it and took a swig out of it. What's he doing anyway? Frank asked, gesturing towards Tony. Finishing a project that's been in the back burner for too long, Naruto answered with a shrug, but he noticed Frank's confused expression, so he continued. You three can't suddenly appear stateside when you should have been kidnapped. That'll send warning bells to everyone, and a whole bunch of investigation would occur. That's why I was just going to leave you guys in the middle of the desert, so that the search party could find you guys. Frank understood Naruto's reasoning. The military would be all over up Naruto's ass the moment they find out that someone can get in and out of any situation quickly. But Tony wanted to get back here, so he probably wants to fight his way out of the hole. He finished. He's going to fight his way out. He'll turn tail as soon as the first bullet is fired. Frank retorted skeptically. I wouldn't be so sure about that, Naruto replied. He helped me take down the mob in Vegas, you know. Frank remembered the news about that one, but hearing Naruto's involved made the whole thing make more sense. He's not a fighter or soldier, Frank said, pointing out the obvious. He wouldn't be able to take down all those terrorists. He offered his opinion. You can join too if you want, Naruto retorted. Give a kid a nuke, and he can change the tides of war. Same concept here, he said, subtly referring to himself. Frank couldn't exactly deny Naruto's statement. But it begs the question, what is Stark making? Tony has been working on the night in between the Jericho and Jarvis. It came to him after the situation in Vegas. Being left in the sidelines through the whole ordeal left a bad taste in his mouth, so he started on the project right after he returned to Law. It just slowly gets sidelined as he began to work on Jarvis and when Morgan arrived. He has 90% of the things done, but the remaining 10% are the crucial mechanics and electronics that need to be streamlined through continuous testing. That's why he's removing a lot of part design to make the fabrication time shorter. The arc reactor is the problem. Tony needs to redesign the whole thing so that it could function as an electromagnet, as well as a high-output electric source to power the night. Run the simulations. Tony ordered when he was satisfied enough with the modifications he made. The end result of his changes is an ugly behemoth that just wants to make him puke, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Yes sir. Running it now. Simulation finished. The prototype reactor would produce 1 gigajoule per second. The suit, on the other hand, would only handle 10 minutes of rigorous use. Jervis reported. That's a lot shorter than I thought, Tony said to himself. How long would the fabrication take? 6 hours, sir. However, the arc reactor needs more precise hands. Jervis replied. I should have known it will never be that easy, Tony complained with a shake of his head. He walked over to Yinsen and tugged him by the collar. Wakey. Wakey. You're going to help me upgrade this, he said while tapping his chest. Yinsen had no choice but to agree. Tony then looked towards Naruto and Frank. You two are helping too. Hahaha. No way, man. I need to check with my girlfriend first. I just left her in the apartment with our roommate. Naruto replied quickly before getting roped in. Why the hell do you still have a room here if you got an apartment? Tony asked with an incredulous look. I like the view. Naruto answered with a shrug. Wait. Is that roommate of yours the same chick that's been joining your threesome? Tony asked with overflowing curiosity. Even the always serious and loyal Frank Castle perked up hearing Tony's question. Yep. I just told you. I left them in the apartment on the bed. Naruto replied, not seeing anything wrong with his answer. I just want you to know. I fucking hate you right now, Tony stated with conviction. Yinsen and Frank silently agreed with Tony's assertion. Tony released a sigh and rubbed the bridge of his nose. Just go already. Be back by 8. He said. Sure thing. Anything I need to bring back? Naruto asked. Nah. Got everything here. Tony answered. Bring me something I can use to shoot people. Frank amended. Tony let out a snort and walked towards an empty wall. This drew everyone's attention. He placed his palm relatively high up the wall. After a few moments, the wall split open, revealing a small armory. Believe me, Frank. I got everything. Tony reiterated with a victorious grin. Frank checked the loadout, and he has no choice but to be impressed. I think we're going to get along just fine. Frank stated. You better not let Pepper know about this. Naruto warned before suddenly disappearing. Do we really need to go back using that? Tony asked, which caused Jinsen to turn green all over again. Natasha's Safe House, New York. February 13, 2009, 4 o'clock local. Naruto appeared inside the living room, and he immediately went towards the bedroom, while making sure he doesn't wake up Jessica. When he got inside, he noticed that Jessica is the only person on the bed. He looked around and saw light coming out from under the door of the bathroom. Naruto approached the door and knocked. Naruto? Natasha asked from the other side of the door. Yes. It's me, Haim. Naruto answered. Wait a minute. I'm getting out in a sec, Natasha replied. Naruto walked back towards the bed and sat on it. A few moments later, Natasha got out of the bathroom wearing her full combat suit. Good thing you came by. I need a ride. She said while checking her gear and walking out of the bedroom. Why and where? Naruto inquired, following Natasha out. Fury got the report about Stark's kidnapping. He wants everyone to report in. Natasha replied, wearing her boots. Can I come? Naruto asked with puppy dog eyes. I'll be invisible, I promise. He added. Natasha thought about how much security protocols she's going to break, but no one can resist that particular look. It's at the same level as Lila's begging face. She has no idea how it was possible, but it's there. Alright. Come on. Natasha agreed exasperatedly, although she's laughing inside. Naruto let out a small childish cheer before holding Natasha's hand. He looked at Natasha and waited for her signal before disappearing. Tuskegee, Washington, D.C. February 13, 2009, 4:20 local. The pair appeared at Natasha's office. Natasha took a few seconds to recollect herself. A whole lot of improvement compared to her first experience with it. You're going to watch only. Don't do anything. I don't want Fury to have an aneurysm. Natasha ordered. Naruto just nodded before doing a single hand sign and slowly disappearing from her view. When she can't see him anymore, she walked out of the room and headed straight to the meeting room sent to her by Fury. It took a few minutes of going around the building, but Natasha eventually reached her destination. She went straight in without knocking. She saw a large group of people already inside, including Phil and Clint, which she immediately went to. Any news? Natasha asked as soon as she sat down. Of course, she could just ask Naruto, but it would only make it a lot harder to lie if she knows anything beforehand. Around 10 a.m. local, Tony Stark's convoy from Bagram Air Base to Kabul had been ambushed. Everyone's dead but accounted for except for 2 passengers, Tony Stark and an unidentified tech. All signs point toward inside job, but no proof as of yet, except for 3 things. Somehow, all choppers are either in use or out of commission. Then, the convoy is guarded by rookies. Not one of them experienced the sand for more than 3 months. Finally, no patrols were near the ambush point, even though the road from Kabul and Bagram should be secured. Phil answered with a surprising amount of detail. That's all I know, though, he added. I think it's more than enough. Clint joked. Fury entered the room with authority a few minutes later with Hill right behind him. The small chattering inside immediately died down. He walked towards the podium and eyed everyone. As you have heard, Tony Stark's convoy has been ambushed while on its way to Kabul. Preliminary reports indicate that they took Tony Stark and someone pretending to be a maintenance officer for the Jericho missile. The tech is now identified as Sergeant Frank Castle. Force Recon. Fury summarized. Force Recon. Why is he posing as a tech? Clint asked. We have no idea what he is doing there. What we do know is that he's supposed to on vacation after coming home from his tour in Afghanistan. We only identified him through facial recognition, Fury replied. Natasha had an idea of how Castle got roped in, but she won't say it now. Search parties have already been sent with no results. That's where we come in. I want all of you to find any chatter of this happening. Look into the backroom itself for any sign of an inside job. I also want you to look into Sergeant Castle himself. Coulson, you're going to Obadiah Stane to assess the possibility of Stark making a deal to save his hide. Do the same thing with Virginia Potts too. Barton, you're going to Afghanistan with a strike team on you. Make sure to bring a medic in case something went awry. Romanov, work your contacts to find anything at all, he ordered. Natasha's order, of course, is a cover for her to extract information on Naruto. Fury already accepted the fact that Naruto just knows a lot more than he is letting on. Fury was about to shout at everyone to move when somebody knocked on the door. Fury gestured for one of the people close to the door to open it, revealing an agent carrying a package. The man went inside and handed it over to Fury. Natasha wanted to fassip him hard when she saw it. She specifically told Naruto not to do anything. Sir, a package was delivered in the reception address to you. We scanned it 3 times to make sure it's clean, the agent reported. Fury opened the package and saw a piece of paper inside instead of the usual file folder. He picked it up and read it. Don't worry. I got it, Boldy number 1. Maria Hill took a peek at the paper and choked herself to stop her laughter. Fury dropped the paper inside the box and glared at everyone inside the room. What are you waiting for? Christmas. Go. Fury shouted, sending most of the people inside the room to scurry away. When all personnel not in the know are out of the room, he stared at Natasha. I'm going to kill your fucking boyfriend, he promised. Thanks for listening. I do hope you enjoyed. If you want the next part of this video, like, subscribe and comment down below, and turn on the bell notification. And also check out other videos that I have created and enjoy. See you in the next video. Peace.